Hello, everyone. I'm Chestic44, I'll see names fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we completed the personal quest of Ulbrig here, so got that taken care of. Now we're gonna make our way over to deal with Ulbrig's personal quest. Also, we went and told Krennic, hey, you wanna come live in our city so we don't have to come out here to talk to you? And he said, yeah. We'll find him later. He also gave us some letters which should deal with some spies or traitors in the capital, but that'll be something for later. Before we go out, we should probably camp. You know what? We'll camp outside. It's not really much space for us to set down a campsite. But that's perfectly fine. Alright. Also, something going on back? Oh yeah, that would be the decree, disclosing the letters received from Krennic. The kobold Krennic provided the commander with letters implicating a number of prominent individuals in Nerosian in having connections with the demons. These people are plotting against the Crusade, impeding supply shipments, and striving to discredit the commander. The disclosure of these letters will put an end to their conspiracy. Very nice reward, 50 finance points income and 5 materialist points income. But we're kind of busy at the moment with other things. Like, yes, we could do this. I mean, it's... Well, leadership is almost done. You know what, it's fine. Let the raising heroes continue. Okay, military will need to be improved soon. We'll deal with those later. For now, let me get a rest in. Probably shouldn't do fish on a stick, since we are going to be doing a fight soon. And it is Ulbrig, so screw it. We'll do the mulled wine. And begin the rest. I read in a book by one great thinker that the further we are from civilization, the less civilized we become, as though stone walls, law scrolls, and the expectation to eat at a table laid with a tablecloth are all that stands between us and barbarism. If that is true, I am reluctant to see a more feral De Renerende. I'm sure. There we go, and we should be... Yep, we're much better now. Let's head to Current Glen. Oh, we got... Alright, let's deal with the armies. So you are what is going on there. Megaboy is scouts. You are going to head over here. You're going to intercept that army. Maybe. You, on the other hand, can go ahead down here. Setsuna, continue on, heading to where you're going. And that'll be dealt with later. Alright, now, back to moving to Current Glen, and we're there. Alright, so use the trunk to cross the gap. That's kind of what we need to do here. Let's see what's going on with this.
I'm gone.
Don't even try not answering me. If you fail me, you tricksy lump of rock, I swear on Pelura's backside, I'll crush you into rubble with my bare hands.
Ulbrig glowers at the stone as if at his sworn enemy. What are you hoping to hear?
I don't know. Anything but silence will do.
It's hardly the stone's fault.
This is a stone of voices. If there's no one left to speak, what use is it?
Go on, Ulbrig. Do it.
Right. Don't let me down.
Ulbrig carefully presses his broad palm against the stone's surface. Oh! This time, the stone responds instantly, and not with a faint shimmer like the last time, but with a blinding light. You can make out a winged figure in the radiant glow.
Yes! I knew it! I knew it!
Ulbrig's deep laughter turns into a war cry. You got an answer.
Not in words, but words are not needed here.
And what was that, Griffin?
It was a manifestation of my god. The first I've seen since I woke up in this mad world of yours. My god is alive, don't you see? And that means part of Sarkoris still lives as well.
Where does the portal lead?
I have no idea, but I'll find out very soon. Well, are you coming with me?
Sure, let's go.
Go, you say. Let's run, say I. Let's fly.
Okay, into the portal.
My way.
Alright, we're somewhere. Can't go over there anywhere. So I guess we go this way. Oh, this is a big map. I can't believe my eyes. It's like I'm back in Sarkoris. Let's go down there, War Chief. I missed the rest of the words. I'll read them later. Well, there are definitely living people here. I want to make sure I'm not seeing things.
A success worthy
An ancient
praise.
Sarkorian hymn praising the spirits of nature has been carved into the stone. Oh yeah, we've got a lot to explore here.
It went
A depiction of the
swimmingly.
world tree can be seen on the mossy stone. This is how the Sarkorians imagine the universe to be. Oh! That looks unpleasant. War Chief, there's something not right about that there horse. The damn thing might be plagued. Obviously, we kill it. Devoured horse? Oh, jeez. Decrepit bogus sword. That's a little concerning.
A success
A scene
worthy
from the myth of the
praise.
Great Hunt has been carved into the ancient stone. At the center of the depiction is a depiction of the divine wolf. Examining the carcass after the battle makes it clear that the horse was not plagued at all. It looks very strange, though, as if it had perished long ago and some kind of parasite took over its dead body. Oh, great! So, is this a form of zombification? Wonderful. Just wonderful. That's just what I want to hear.
Follow if you dare.
Okay, let's keep looking. Help! They're going to eat me! Uh-oh.
Can we retreat already?
Devoured citizens and a thin boga swarm. And a devoured guardsman. Right, kill him.
There's to go retreat! No! It's all your fault.
Will you stop burning me? Good God. I told you, no mages! The young woman shakes a lock of dark hair out of her face and casts a look of frustration at the big man in worn Numerian armor. She is breathing heavily after the battle. Come now, Issa. The warrior wipes the sweat from his brow with his broad hand and shakes his head. There is no irritation in his calm voice, only weariness. I received reports about the hunger that moves at the south gate. I had no time to stop and think. Well, make sure you do next time. Ugh, the stench of sorcery. She makes a show of wafting away the air in front of her face. I can hardly hear Serena through it. The goddess is displeased. Well, I'm sorry, Issa. Next time, before I ride off, I'll have a good old think first, and I'll just let the demons run amok in Gundrun. And forgive me for stinking. Come the next bathing day, I'll be sure to scrub my armor. Her expression turns pained, and she raises her narrow hand sharply in the air. Enough! Talking to you is impossible. You're behaving like a barbarian, and in front of our visitors, too. Her amber eyes lose some of their frostiness as she surveys her party. I'm sorry I had to witness that. Someone may have forgotten how to act like a chieftain, but I still remember the laws of hospitality. Welcome to Gondrun, travelers. Serena promised to lead you here, and here you are. The warrior casts an appraising glance at you. So you're them, then. The outlanders from those hazy prophecies. If you come in peace, then you are well met. And welcome home. She smiles at Ulbrig. You were expecting us. She was expecting you. The man in the Numerian armor casts a sidelong look at his companion. We both were. She glares back at the warrior, but a smile quickly returns to her face. The great Serena caught the scent of one of your party during the heavenly hunt. Many nights passed. It was you. Her gaze fixes on Ulbrig. The moment you awoke, Serena knew. Oh, the spirit of old Sarkoris is strong in you. I can sense it now, too. Serena, you say? Well, never heard of that goddess. But that's no surprise to me. We've got a lot of them. We had a lot of them, I should say, in the old days. It doesn't matter that you don't know our goddess. What matters is that she knows you. Well, can't argue with that. And if she knows me, maybe she knows my god as well. How did I wrong Aravar? Arvar, why won't he answer me? Serena knows all. She will most certainly help you. Who are you? The woman proudly steps forward, partially blocking the warrior. I am Asena, the shaman of this tribe, guardian of our tradition, spiritual mother, and conduit of the will of the last goddess of Sarkoris. The man politely ducks his head. And I'm Sigvorn, the chieftain of this place. More like a headman. Sarkorian chieftains don't rub elbows with mages, and they don't wear Numerian metal on their chest. The shaman points a delicate finger at Sigvorn's armor. For the first time, a shadow of irritation passes over the man's face. No, I am the chieftain, Issa. I've been protecting this town with a weapon in my hand for going on 10 years already, and I'm going to keep doing it, even if you think everything I do, every breath I take, even the way I scratch my ass is wrong. Even if our ancestors spit on me from the skies above, I'm going to keep doing it. We are the leaders of this town. These are the last inhabited lands of old Sarkoris, and we take pains to preserve our heritage. It's painful, all right? Like preserving a boot that's lost its pair. And what about you, strangers? Aren't you going to introduce yourselves? I am Falag Alisar, Knight Commander of the Crusaders, leader of the 5th Crusade. Oh, really? If I'd known, I would have put on my dress armor. Oh, wait, I don't have any. So, Serena, who is that? Oh, you know her, trust me. Serena is one of the most remarkable beings you have ever met in your life. But we will have time to talk about her later, not here and not now. What kind of answer is that? You're saying the Serena of yours brought us here? Then it must have been for a reason. Take us to her. Patience is a virtue. You will see Serena, but it might be difficult. Either way, before you go to her, you should visit the town, our tiny but still living piece of Sarkoris. Oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'd almost lost hope of seeing fellow Sarkorians alive ever again. I nearly went mad with grief when I saw that the Stone of Voices was silent and there was no one to answer me. You can't imagine how delighted we were when our stone suddenly came to life. It had always been silent as far as I know, and then suddenly... The point is, today you are a guest of Gondron. You will see Serena later, soon, but not until she herself wishes it. And where are we? She sweeps her arm out wide in a fluid gesture, setting her bracelets jingling methodically. This is Gondron, the last stronghold of all old Sarkoris, the land that will resurrect our great homeland's former glory. The warrior continues, echoing her passionate tone. A patch of barren land on the very edge of the world wound. A little town of refugees and worth as much as a beggar's spittle on a country road. And our home, which we will fight for till the last drop of blood is spilled. I look at the two of you and I don't know what to think. Part of me feels like I never left home. You talk like we talked and you look like you could be my own kin. But at the same time, you're as strange as if you just came down from the moon. And you're just as confusing for us. You and I look of an age. I might even be slightly older. But then again, you're also old enough to be my great-grandfather, and you saw Sarkoris back when it was still green. It's enough to make your head spin. Should I talk to you like you're just another townsman, or pay my respects to you as an honored ancestor? None of that now. Orders and ceremony is the last thing I need. A fair amount of time has gone by, I know, and a lot has changed in the world. But we chanced to meet, and we accepted each other. And if we seem strange to each other, well, no matter. We'll get used to it. You know, I can respect going at it like that. You're just two people encountering each other, so what if you're from different ages? Just means Ulbrig's gonna need a little more explaining, and Sigvorn's gonna need a little more, understanding. How did this place come to be? Its origins are linked to the fall of old Sarkoris. It is a story of the sorrowful days when the caravans of refugees, dreaming of salvation, reached out to Ustalav. Back then, our ancestors didn't know that our neighbors were, how should I put it, none too honorable. Our people were looking for a place to sleep and a piece of bread, but they were met with a wall of pikes. The Ustalavs didn't want to let the refugees in, so our people were forced to turn back, and Gundrun, a small fishing village on the border, became the refuge of those poor souls. A good 100 years have passed since then, and to this day we're none too fond of Ustalavs, to put it mildly. And rightly so. Of course, I'm not one of those who claim that every person in Ustalav is a rotten scoundrel. No, that's nonsense. It's every second person. She nods, and this is the first time you have seen these two agree on anything so far. I want to hear your story about the demise of Sarkoris. Oh, it happened a long time ago. 100 years have passed since the demon hordes destroyed our shining land. Not a day goes by that I do not grieve for it. My heart's wound still bleeds. I imbibed the pain with my mother's milk. Couldn't you have imbibed something useful? Like which mushrooms are safe to eat, or when's the best time of year to plant turnips? Sigvorn's murmured commentary trickles into the conversation. And this man has the blood of Sarkorian chieftains flowing through his veins. You shouldn't have spent so long roaming as a sellsword, Sigvorn. The ways of those ungodly Numerians are set too deeply in your mind. Senna casts a withering look at Sigvorn. You're both right in your own way. And you're both idiotic children in your own way, too. You're arguing and needling each other just like we did in my clan. Can you finish the story about Sarkoris? Oh, right, Sarkoris. Sarkoris should have endured for thousands of years, but it fell in a single night. It must have been the will of the gods. Sarkoris fell in a single night because it had turned a blind eye to the cult of Deskari for too long. And the will of the gods had nothing to do with it. It was the will of a Rilu Vorlesh. Devious scum. Her face twists with resentment. That name. I don't want to hear it. May it sink into oblivion. After that one, how could anyone trust a mage? At the right time and in skilled hands, any tool can be useful. He shrugs as if the argument is now settled. Who were we fighting just now? Or what? Oh, we don't really know ourselves. We call those creatures the hunger that moves. Small demons stuff themselves inside the skin of a dead man and off they go. Disgusting. They didn't always come so close to town. We haven't had cause to look into them before now. I want to take a look around the town. The warrior perks up, stretching and flexing his muscles. You're right, we've done enough talking. We can't hang around all day, can we? Issa, you'll stay here if you want, but I've got a trade council soon. Sigvorn offers a nod of farewell and strides off, his troop following behind him. I see you can't wait to get a look at our town, but give me a few more minutes. There's something you must know without delay. You have appeared on our doorstep at a difficult time. An unknown sickness has swept through our town in recent days, and Sigvorn has quarantined Gundrun's right bank. I wanted to heal the sickness using the power of the great Serena, but Sigvorn won't even let me near the afflicted. He packed them all into one building and put a guard on the door. He sent off for a healer from Numeria, and now he's just waiting for them to arrive. But will the sick last that long? If only someone could convince that bull-headed man to let me help. But it's not just that. There's no way to reach the other bank now. I trust you will find a solution. I'll see you later at the Wolf's Home. Our conversation is still to come. Alright then. We, are a bit wounded, so if you don't mind... Much better.
Let's get to the
Alright, we can heal up a bit here. Let's see. Dagger, throwing axe, hand axe, light shield. Alchemist fire may end up useful. And we can loot what's over here. Potion of greater heroism, sure, why not? And you seem to want to talk to us, don't you? Holgan. Holgan, whatever. We should burn the bodies, just in case. Who knows how many times these abominations can get up. Alright, I guess he doesn't have anything specific to say. And we have a town to explore. Loot what we
I'll do
can.
what I must.
It's like that's the way across. We'll deal with that later. Let's look around this side first. Nothing there.
I'm gone.
How long are we supposed to watch over these stiffs? Tell me about it. I wish they'd hurry up and caught them away already. What's taking so long? Hey, you! Yeah, you, there's nothing to see here. Move on. Okay, there's a way over there, too. This path, however, is broken. Can't get over here.
We do it my way.
And there's Asenna. Anything to say? You chose an auspicious hour to appear on our doorstep. Wilhelm welcomes its guests.
Ulbrig Olest, servant of the Heavenly Griffin, is knocking at your door. May I cross the threshold of Wolf's Home?
You are a welcome guest in this house. Come in, it is an honor to have you. Ulbrig looks at the shaman in surprise as though he expected a different response. Laughing, he wags his finger at her.
Surely you don't let a visitor from another tribe in so easily. What if I wasn't who I claimed to be, but some Oglin or Fey? You should have tested me. Asked me some questions to catch me out. But anyway, you've bidden me to come in, so in I'll come. But you should thank the gods that this time at least I am who I say I am.
I didn't know. The shaman lowers her head like a little girl apologizing to her teacher. I keep the old ways, but so much has been lost. Thank you for pointing out my error. Why did you call me? How could I not? She cocks her head to one side and gives you a friendly and open smile. You are all that fills Serena's visions these days. The visions come to me one after another, and in each one I see you and the one who walks beside you.
Oh, that must be me then. And Serena is that she-wolf that appeared before us in the ruins of Current Glen.
Ulbrig pensively strokes one of the braids in his beard.
A good omen, but what did we do to deserve it? I've never been to your town before. And sorry, but I've never heard of Serena either.
But she knows of you. Isn't that enough? What can I do for Gundren? Oh, do you wish to help us? I knew your arrival was a good omen. I had doubts at first, for Serena's visions are not always clear. I wondered if you would be a great boon or a great misfortune, and even though only time will reveal the truth, I will have faith our future is bright. Gundren's troubles are many, you know. We are few in number. It is difficult for us to defend our home and gather food, but for as long as Serena watches over us and we remember and honor her, all will be well. The Great Wolf will show us the right path. How could it be any other way? And yet there is one thing that has long since given me cause to worry. Serena's shrine in the sacred grove. Once, long, long ago, yes, just like in the tales, a genuine smile brightens her face and makes it look very young. Long, long ago, the grove was a place of safety, and people were free to enter the shrine. Can you imagine? Shamans of ages past could see Serena with their own eyes, speak with her just like we are speaking right now, not through obscure images and visions. Oh, how I wish I could return Gondrun to those days. Yasena sighs, but her sadness is brief. She shakes her mane of thick hair and smiles at you. Who can say? Perhaps you've come here to change everything. This stone looks old. Could it be from Sarkoris? Oh, may I hold it for a moment? I've never seen one before, but I've heard a lot about them. The shaman takes the stone in her hands with great care. It's so ancient, and yet it still holds power. They use charms like these to honor the forest spirits. Spirits are like little godlings. They're so weak, but they're still useful. The sacred grove still has a few altars standing. You can try your luck. Perhaps your charm will awaken one of them. Those monsters at the gate, you find them troubling, do you not? It is true. Demons at our very gates. Serena sends me visions of a dark, coiling evil, creeping its way to the town, but I can never discern its source. We must search the surrounding lands and learn where the hunger that moose came from.
Evil, you say? You know, on our way here we came across more than just your Serena. We also ran into some oglin with wings like a fly. I remember it saying something about its master. Could that be what your goddess is warning you about?
It could well be. If only I could hear her voice more clearly. If only I knew the sacred rituals better, then I wouldn't have to guess.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing a fine job. Dealing with gods is always a tricky business. Bamboozled at every step you are. I haven't heard a peep from my god in a long time. Why? What did I do to anger him? Oh, your guess is as good as mine.
Where should I start looking? Her face becomes pensive as if she is trying to summon images from her memory. Darkness. Thick, rustling darkness. The smell of dirt, moisture, and stone dust. And splashing water. Waves crashing one by one against the shore. That is what Serena is telling me, and Serena is never wrong. Look for a place that resembles this vision, and may the Great Wolf's blessing be with you. Want to ask you something. Tell me about Serena. Remember how I said you already knew her? I spoke no word of a lie. The white wolf that brought you here, that was Serena, the great wolf of Sarkoris. Serena the swift-pawed, Serena the sharp-eyed. She gazes somewhere over your shoulder, a slight smile playing on her lips. Her fur is whiter than the coldest glacier. She breathes in time and breathes out eternity. Those were the words my grandmother first used to describe her. Serena is the last goddess of Sarkoris. Her keen gaze brushes over Ulbrig.
Not the last! Arvar, the heavenly griffin, still lives. Maybe other gods have survived as well, but I doubt there are many of them. You're right on that score.
Tell me about yourself. Yasena straightens her shoulders and back. What can I tell you? I am a shaman, the spiritual leader of our town. A gentle and wise mother who listens to anyone who comes to her with their woes. I keep the traditions of old Sarkoris, listen to Serena's will, and pass it on to the people. But if you ask Sigvorn about me, you will hear that I am a petulant little girl with a head full of old tales. It may be so. I will show that stubborn fool how real old tales can be. How did you come to be the shaman here? Oh, I am delighted you asked. It's my favorite story. Every Sarkorian tribe must have a shaman who welcomes the newborn, bids farewell to the departed, gathers the people for celebrations, and communes with the gods. Such is the way of things, but Gondrun hadn't had a shaman for a whole generation. The people thought the goddess had abandoned us, but they themselves had long forgotten how to worship her. The sacred grove had filled with wicked things, and it had been many years since anyone had entered the shrine. I was a little tot, must have been no older than 5, when my grandma let me out of her sight and I ended up in the sacred grove. Everyone knew that place meant certain death, and yet I reached the very doors of the shrine and came back, and not a hair on my head had been harmed. The look in her amber eyes is triumphant. Serena kept me safe on my journey. I remember her white fluffy tail. I kept seeing glimpses of it ahead of me. And I remember the smell of apples in fall. You know, those big red ones, the ones that only turn sweet after the first frost hits. After that, Serena began sending me visions, and eventually I took up the vacant post of shaman here in Gundren. I remember it like it was yesterday. The warm, rough surface of the shrine's door under my fingers. I wish I could touch it just one more time. Are you descended from the shamans of this place? Honestly, I don't know. I think I am. Would the goddess have spoken to anyone else? I am sure the blood of Sarkorian shamans flows in me. How did you learn about Sarkorian traditions? One can learn much by paying attention to the words of elders and reading the right books. When I was little, I learned all the Sarkorian tales by heart. About the Griffin Brother, the Bear People, the Black Mage. It was all so enthralling. And when I grew up, Grandmother gave me the books she had inherited from her grandmother. So that's how it is. Books and grandmother's tales. It's all that's left of our people. And not even 100 years have passed. What's your opinion of Sigvorn? It's obvious we don't get along too well, isn't it? Whenever I see him coming along the road, I already know the two of us are going to fight like cat and dog. I just can't stand it. Every part of me rebels against his disregard for our traditions. Mages, Numerian technology. He drags anything and anyone into his so-called clan without a second thought. All that matters is that it works, ancestral experience be damned. What he doesn't understand is that the body must be one with the soul. You cannot give up on your heart to save your body and remain yourself. Why, just look at the hunger that moves. It looks all right, the shell is alive, but peer inside and you will find a terrifying void. Oh, that's harsh. Comparing a corpse stuffed with flies to your own chieftain. But sorcerers and Numerian metalsmiths, they're no laughing matter, you're right about that. Thank you for your answers. I have to go. And with that, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. So, we have a few things to do, it seems. We need to find the lair of the hunger that moves, and I think I know where that might be. And we also have the companion quest here. We've spoken with the shaman, we need to speak with the chieftain. To do that, we'll need to get across. But we'll do that in the next episode. So, until then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is me, Ulbrig, Woljif, Darin, Lan, and Nenio. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous, and I shall see you all next time.